All right, everybody, welcome to another deep dive with us. This time, we're going to be exploring the world of chakras,
Oh, yeah.
those swirling energy centers you might have heard about, yoga class or
Right.
just out and about.
Yeah.
I've got excerpts here from an article called About Chakras.
Mm.
You can think of it as our cheat sheet for today.
Okay, cool.
So, have you ever felt like your energy is just like off?
Yeah.
Like something is blocking you from, feeling vibrant and alive?
Mm.
That's where chakras come in.
That's it. Yeah. It's a fascinating concept. These energy centers or chakras are thought to be these spinning wheels of energy. Chakra actually translates to wheel or circle in Sanskrit. They run along your spine from the base all the way up to the crown of your head.
Wow.
And ancient Indian traditions, along with Tibetan Buddhism and, various faiths, have explored this idea for centuries. They believe that these energy centers are intertwined with our mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being.
So we're not just talking about physical energy here. This is something deeper.
Yeah, definitely.
Something that connects to all these different aspects of ourselves.
Exactly. In yoga, they call this vital energy prana. It's the energy that flows through us. And the chakras are like these key junctions where prana can get stuck, or it can flow freely.
Okay.
Think of it like a network of rivers. When the rivers are clear, energy flows smoothly. But if there's a dam or blockage somewhere, things can get backed up, leading to stagnation and even disease.
Okay. That's a really helpful analogy.
Yeah.
So tell me, if we have these 7 main chakras, what's the deal with all the colors? We always see them associated with colors, right?
Right. Each chakra is associated with a specific color element and set of qualities. It's like a rainbow running through us, each color representing a different aspect of our being.
Oh, wow.
Let's start at the base with the root chakra. It's red like the earth, and it's all about our foundation, our sense of grounding, security, and survival. When it's balanced, you feel safe, stable, and connected to the physical world.
It's like our roots anchoring us
Yes.
to the earth.
Yeah.
What about the next one up?
Moving up, we come to the sacral chakra. Orange and associated with water. It's all about our creative energy, emotions, and sensuality. Think pleasure in all its forms, from artistic expression to intimate connection.
Okay.
A balanced sacral chakra means you're in touch with your emotions, able to express yourself freely and experience joy and pleasure in life.
I like this already. So much more than just a list of names and colors. You're painting such a vivid picture of what these energy centers represent. What about the solar plexus? That one's about power, right?
It is. The solar plexus chakra is yellow, like the sun, and it's all about our personal power, self-esteem, and will. It's the fire in our belly, the drive to achieve our goals and live authentically. When it's balanced, you feel confident, capable, and in control of your life. But when it's imbalanced, it can manifest as low self-esteem, lack of direction, or even digestive issues, like your gut is literally reacting to that imbalance.
Whoa. I never thought about the connection between chakras and physical symptoms like that. So it's not just about feeling off emotionally. It can actually manifest in our physical bodies.
Exactly. The chakras are intimately connected with our physical, mental, and emotional states. So an imbalance in one area can easily spill over into another.
Okay, I'm definitely starting to see how this all ties together. What about the heart chakra? I'm guessing that one's all about love.
You guessed it. The heart chakra, green and associated with the element of air, is the center of love, compassion, and connection. When it's open and balanced, you experience deep love for yourself and others, feel a sense of belonging, and radiate warmth and kindness.
I love how you describe that as radiating warmth. It's like you can almost feel the energy of a balanced heart chakra.
It's true. When someone's heart chakra is open, you can feel that loving energy emanating from them.
This is all so fascinating. I'm eager to hear about the remaining chakras, the ones associated with communication, intuition, and spiritual connection. But before we move on, can you tell me more about what it means for these energy centers to be balanced or imbalanced? What does that actually look like in a person's life?
That's a great question, and a really important one to explore. Each chakra has its own unique set of qualities and its own potential for imbalance. For example, an imbalanced root chakra might manifest as anxiety, fear, or feeling ungrounded, while an overactive sacral chakra might lead to excessive emotional reactivity or difficulty setting boundaries.
So it's not just about whether a chakra is open or closed. It's about finding that sweet spot of balance.
Exactly. It's about having a healthy flow of energy through each chakra, not too much and not too little.
This is starting to feel a bit like Goldilocks and the Three Bears, finding that just right energy for each chakra. Tell me more about how this imbalance might manifest in the upper chakras. What about the throat chakra, the one that governs communication?
The throat chakra, vibrant blue in color and associated with the ether element, is all about expression and authenticity. When it's balanced, you communicate clearly and effectively. Speak your truth with confidence and listen with an open heart.
It seems like this chakra would be especially important for people who work in fields where communication is key, like teachers, writers, or speakers.
Absolutely. But it's important for everyone, really. Being able to express yourself authentically is crucial for healthy relationships and overall well being. However, when the throat chakra is blocked, you might find yourself struggling to communicate your thoughts and feelings, holding back from speaking your truth, or even experiencing physical symptoms like a sore throat or neck pain.
I can definitely relate to that feeling of having a lump in my throat
Right.
when I'm trying to express something difficult. It's like my body is literally blocking the words from coming out.
That's a perfect example of how these energy centers can manifest in our physical experience. And it's a reminder that we can't separate our physical, emotional, and energetic bodies. They're all interconnected. It really highlights the mind-body connection, doesn't it? Now, moving up from the throat chakra, we arrive at the third eye chakra, visualized as a deep indigo color. This energy center is often referred to as the seat of intuition and inner wisdom.
The third eye. That's the one everyone always talks about
Sure.
when it comes to psychic abilities and things like that, right?
Yeah. There's definitely a connection there. The third eye chakra is all about seeing beyond the physical realm, tapping into our intuition and understanding the bigger picture. When it's balanced, we experience clarity, insight, and a deep connection to our inner guidance.
So it's less about predicting the future and more about having that gut feeling, that inner knowing that guides us.
Precisely. It's about trusting that inner voice and seeing beyond the surface level of things. Think of it as having that aha moment, that sudden flack of insight where everything clicks into place.
I love those moments. It's like a light bulb going off in your head. What happens when the third eye chakra is imbalanced?
When the third eye chakra is blocked, you might experience confusion, lack of clarity, or difficulty trusting your intuition. You might overthink things, doubt yourself, or feel disconnected from your inner wisdom. It can even manifest as headaches or vision problems, as if your physical eyes are straining to see what your inner eye cannot.
Wow, that's fascinating. I never thought about it that way. Okay, last but not least, we have the crown chakra. What's the deal with this one?
The crown chakra, often depicted as violet or white, sits at the crown of your head and represents our connection to the divine, to universal consciousness, or whatever higher power you resonate with. It's about spiritual awakening, enlightenment, and experiencing a sense of oneness with everything.
This one seems a bit more mystical than the others. What does it feel like to have a balanced crown chakra?
When the crown chakra is open and balanced, you experience a sense of deep peace, purpose, and connection to something greater than yourself. It's a feeling of transcendence, of understanding your place in the universe. You might feel a sense of bliss, gratitude, or simply a deep knowing that everything is as it should be.
Okay, I'm definitely intrigued, but I'm also feeling a bit overwhelmed. We've covered all 7 chakras, and that's a lot of information to digest. So let's shift gears a bit. We know that these energy centers can get out of balance, but what can we actually do about it?
That's where the beauty of this ancient wisdom comes in. There are various practices, tools, and techniques that can help us to clear blockages, balance our chakras, and cultivate a healthy flow of prana throughout our entire being.
Okay, I'm all ears. What are some of the things we can do? You mentioned yoga earlier.
Yes, yoga is a fantastic way to work with the chakras. Specific asanas or poses can stimulate and balance different energy centers. For example, grounding poses like mountain pose or warrior pose are great for the root chakra, while hip opening poses like pigeon pose or goddess pose can help to release blockages in the sacral chakra.
So it's not just about getting a good workout. It's about consciously using movement to shift our energy.
Exactly. Yoga is a holistic practice that unites the body, mind, and spirit. It's not just about stretching and strengthening. It's about cultivating awareness, presence, and a deeper connection to ourselves.
I'm starting to see how powerful this can be. Now, I'm not the most flexible person, so yoga can feel a bit intimidating at times. Are there other practices that are more accessible? Maybe something I could even do while sitting at my desk.
Absolutely. That's where breathing exercises or pranayama come in. Pranayama is the practice of consciously controlling the breath, and it's a powerful tool for regulating our energy and balancing the chakras.
I've heard about things like alternate nostril breathing and lion's breath. What do those do?
Each pranayama technique has its own unique benefits. For example, alternate nostril breathing, or nadi shodhana, is incredibly calming and balancing for the nervous system. It helps to harmonize the left and right hemispheres of the brain, bringing a sense of clarity and focus.
So it's like a mini meditation right there at your desk. I can totally see myself doing that during a stressful workday. What about lion's breath? That one sounds intense.
Lion's breath, or simhasana, is more energizing and expressive. It involves sticking out your tongue, widening your eyes, and exhaling forcefully, making a ha sound. It's great for releasing tension in the throat chakra and boosting confidence.
I'm definitely going to have to try that one when I need a little energy boost.
And remember, even simple deep belly breathing can be incredibly beneficial. It helps to calm the nervous system, reduce stress, and increase the flow of prana throughout the body.
Deep breaths are truly underrated. It's amazing how something so simple can have such a profound effect on our well-being. What about meditation? I've heard that's helpful for chakra balancing too.
Meditation is a wonderful practice for cultivating awareness and connecting with our inner world. It can help us to quiet the mind, reduce stress, and cultivate a sense of peace and stillness. And there are specific chakra meditations you can do, where you focus on each energy center, visualizing its color and qualities, and inviting balance and harmony.
So the guided visualization for each chakra.
Exactly. For example, you might visualize a grounding red light at the base of your spine for the root chakra, or a vibrant orange glow in your lower abdomen for the sacral chakra. You can even incorporate affirmations or mantras specific to each chakra.
I love that idea. It feels so empowering to be able to directly work with our energy like that.
It is empowering, and it's a reminder that we have more agency than we realize when it comes to our own well-being.
This is all starting to paint a really holistic picture for me. It's not just about fixing one specific chakra. It's about creating balance in all areas of our lives. Our physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual selves.
Precisely. It's about nurturing ourselves on all levels, creating a lifestyle that supports our overall well-being.
So it's about the food we eat, the relationships we cultivate, the thoughts we think, the work we do, and even our spiritual practices. It's about weaving all these threads together to create a tapestry of wholeness.
What a beautiful way to put it. It's about recognizing that we are not just isolated parts. We are interconnected beings, and every aspect of ourselves influences the other. It really is a holistic approach, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I'm realizing that it's not just about, meditating for an hour a day or doing, all the yoga poses. It's about creating a life that really nourishes us on all those levels.
Yeah, you've hit the nail on the head. It's about making conscious choices that support our physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual well-being. It's about tuning into our own inner wisdom and figuring out what truly nourishes us as individuals.
It's funny, before we started this deep dive, I had this idea that chakras were kind of this esoteric, mystical concept, something only for yogis and spiritual seekers. But now it feels much more grounded and practical.
That's a common misconception. People often think that you need to be super spiritual or have special abilities to work with chakras. But the truth is, we all have chakras, and they're always influencing us whether we're aware of them or not. It's like we've had this incredible system for understanding and working with our energy all along, but we just haven't had the language or the tools to access it.
It's like we've been given this ancient roadmap to our inner world, but it's up to us to explore it and make use of it.
Exactly. And the more we learn about this system, the more empowered we become to take charge of our own well-being. It's like we're peeling back the layers of an onion, revealing deeper and deeper levels of ourselves.
Speaking of peeling back layers,
Yeah.
I'm curious about the idea of awakening the chakras. I often hear people talking about opening or activating them.
Yeah.
What does that actually mean?
It's not so much about literally opening or closing them like a valve. It's more about cultivating awareness balance and a healthy flow of energy through each chakra. It's about bringing them into harmony with each other and with our overall being.
So it's not like you're going to suddenly have psychic powers if you open your third eye.
Not necessarily. While some people do report experiencing heightened intuition or psychic abilities as they work with their chakras, that's not the primary goal. The real benefit is in cultivating a greater sense of self-awareness, balance, and well-being.
I love how you keep bringing it back to balance. It really seems like that's the key to everything.
Balance is essential, not just for our chakras, but for our lives as a whole. Think of it like a tightrope walker. When they're perfectly balanced, they move with grace and ease. But if they lose their balance even slightly, they start to wobble and risk falling. The same is true for our energy. When our chakras are balanced, we feel grounded, centered, and energized. But when they're out of whack, we feel off-kilter, depleted, and even diseased.
That analogy really paints a clear picture. It's like finding that sweet spot where everything flows smoothly and effortlessly.
Exactly. And the beauty of it is that we have the power to shift our energy and create more balance in our lives. It's not something that's fixed or predetermined. It's a dynamic process that we can influence through our choices and actions.
So where do we go from here?